Hi, my name is Willing, and I'm going to do a quick video on this book, Hope. You have seen it, some of you haven't, but if you haven't, this is a good reference to have. It basically means handling objections professionally every time. I wrote this book quite a while back, pulling in all experiences and a lot of different sources, and combining all the rejections into a booklet, which I think will be very helpful, especially if you're coming to this business, and you might not be familiar with questions people ask. And in this business, the real challenge is really to be able to answer people's questions, because a lot of people may not understand this business or what we do. So they have a lot of questions, and the better we are prepared in handling their questions, the better we are at showing them what this business is. Okay, so there are a couple of sections in this booklet. So handling objections, how to deal with objections, common telephone responses, how to deal with rejections one-on-one, okay, and the addendums for different business, for TR90, and different objections, and some motivation that be good to read, and of course an article on MLM trade, which I would advise everybody to read, because it kind of gives you some perspective on the whole multi-level marketing timeline and history. Okay. So, so the booklet is bilingual. It has Chinese and English, and hopefully it's you can understand them all. Now we put brackets everywhere so that you can keep track of the objections or sections that you've read, so that you kind of know if you finished the book, you haven't. So it will go through some common objections for you. Basically, it'll answer typical questions. Like for example, if you have a friend who says, "I'm too busy," it's a pyramid scheme, it's sales, and how to answer those questions. Like, I've heard it before, I don't have time to do this, I don't believe in network marketing, I'm currently very focused on my work. Now, all these objections are typical, what normally people say, and what I've done is to give you a couple of options on how to respond to them. And really, when you read these objections, you kind of understand that we're dealing with the psychology of a person's objections. That means, why are they saying this objection in the first place? And sometimes the objections are actually good objections, because they're just telling you that, for example, you will have people who say, "I don't have friends," and it's not a bad objection, but basically they're trying to say, how can I do this business with the friends I have? And you can share with them, well, if I can show you ways to make more friends, would you consider the business that way? So it's a lot of background psychology, and also gives people a lot of value when you answer these people their questions. So, I don't know how to talk, I don't have money, so there's a lot of them here. I can't do it, the products are expensive. So I answer them in various ways, logically, and so that they understand this market. Okay, so our focus is in TR90, so we spend a lot of time talking about TR90. I gave some case studies on how to answering some typical questions that people have asked before. Okay, and some motivation, I think, which is very important for us to kind of understand when we come into this business, why we can be successful, and how to actually build up some confidence as we go along in this business. So I gave you quite a lot of material here for you to read, and really how to keep track of yourself. For example, why I haven't found builders yet. So there are about 12 questions here, so that you can kind of rate yourself as to things that you have done, some of the things that you may not have done well enough. So that kind of gives you some idea. So this is the article that I was talking about, which is a great way to kind of understand the market. Okay, so a great book to read. In other words, I mean, for you to do the business, so that you are aware about how to handle those objections, prepared ahead of time, so that you can give more value to your prospects, to your downlines, as well as to yourself, so that you know that this is a learning process. It's a journey. So don't worry if you face objections. Remember, objections are just basically questions that your prospects may have, and always review with your upline so that from his experience or her experience, they can show you how to handle different types of them. Okay, so be a professional network marketer, learn the material well, so that again you provide the best value to your prospects. Okay, so with that, I'll say thank you. Bye bye.